So today's our topic is optoelectric junction devices. So first device is photodiode. Now photodiode. So see, photodiode is nothing but one PN junction diode. So we have to let one window between the junction. So put some window on the junction. So this is P, this is N, and always we have to connect this type of diode in reverse bias. So this is negative, this is positive. So it is always reverse bias. And now we have to let some light ray enters through the window. So here photodiode is ready. That is the construction of photodiode. So exactly what happens here, working of photodiode, it is always works in reverse bias. So whenever some intensity of light enters through the window of this diode, because of that light intensity, energy of that light, here hole and electron pair just recombine. So they are separated now. So electron is now move towards P and hole is moved towards N. So because of this diffusion, because of this opposite diffusion, electron is moving towards P and hole is moving towards N, we are getting smaller amount of current. But if we want to increase that amount, that current amount, then we have to let more and more intensity strikes on the surface of the window. So if intensity is more, then we are getting more value of current and voltage. So here I am drawing the graph of reverse bias of photodiode. So this is it of milliampere, this is voltage. Now what happens, for some intensity we are getting reverse bias. Right, so this graph is about different intensity of reverse bias. So this is I4, this is I3, I2 and I1. So here we can call that I4 is greater than I3 is greater than I2 and it is greater than I1. So that is in reverse bias. Now photodiode. So we have to prevent some points, means photodiode should be, means we have to put P and N semiconductor which are efficient, and this intensity of light should be some enough number, enough value of intensity, right? Second, LED. Now LED is also nothing but one PN junction diode. It is similar to photodiode, but one one change here. That change is of terminals. Positive should connect with positive and negative should connect with negative. So that is LED. Now exactly opposite of the photodiode, here we are getting light from this window. So that is LED. Here we are putting it into forward bias. Forward bias means forward characteristic. Forward characteristic means this. So after threshold voltage, we are getting vast amount of current, and this is voltage. So we are getting very larger amount of current, right? So that is forward bias. Forward bias, we can form forward bias with the use of gallium arsenide, right? We can also use silicon, germanium, but silicon and germanium combination is not so much efficient that gallium and arsenide, right? So LED. Now some points to form, to construct the LED. So this semiconductor we have to use which is efficient one. After that, it is easily available, right? Second, LED can give so much light, means it gives monochromatic light, right? So and LED with the low energy we can get high input, right? So it saves lot of energy, lot of electrical energy. So that is the use of LED. Now comes to the solar cell. Now solar cell is somewhat different from the other cells. This is N, this is P, this is our back terminal, and here we are using front terminal. So these strips are made up of metal, and all are connected with one. So this is front end. This is front end and this is back end. So front end and back end should connect with each other. So here this is, if we see the side view of this cell, so we are having this N, but further we are having this metal stripes N and P, right? And this is back end, and these are all front end. So we have to connect and form this circuit. Now what exactly happened if I am drawing the circuit diagram of this? So we are having like this N, P, and further it connects with only resistance. No further biasing is needed for this, right? So very less amount of current that we get in solar cell. See, so further construction, we are having N type of semiconductor. Before that we are having metal strip which connect with that N. So we can connect N and P with this metal strip, right? And after N we are having P type of semiconductor, and after that we are having that back end which is connected with this front end. So circuit is completed now. Now what exactly happens? We have to emit some light on this metal strip. So via this metal strip light emits on N type of semiconductor. When light emits on N type of semiconductor, electron is flowing from this metal strip, and then metal strip again complete that circuit. So from whenever that light emits, N electrons and P holes, just this hole is connect with the back end, and here electron is connected with front end, and this, because of the circuit complete, electron is moving from N to P through that circuit. So that's why we are getting current in this circuit. So that is circuit diagram. So for solar cell is very easily available. By solar cell we don't have monthly bills, just maintenance charges of that cell. Solar cell, the primary condition for solar cell, there must be sun rays properly emitted on the surface of the solar cell. So these are the points of solar cell. So that is our optoelectric junction devices.